So thanks for joining this episode of The Blade Boys. I'm really pleased to be here with U.S. national champion Ashley Wagner. Congratulations on your successful finish here at the Grand Prix Final, Ashley.
Thank you.
And your second time in competing in Barcelona.
Yeah, it's really good to be back here. The audience is fantastic. I think that it's definitely time for Barcelona to have a major event. They put on an incredible show. Everything is so well planned, and I'm really happy to be back here.
Awesome. Your short program was absolutely sizzling, and there were certain moments that you can't pick up on TV that the audience here was really into your program. At either ends of the rink, you got great reaction and response with certain dance moves. Did you feel that? Were you aware of that during the program, and did it help you?
This program, for me, I worked with Shae-Lynn on it, and when I started the season with her, I just told her I wanted something fun, something sexy, and something that looked more like an exhibition program than a competitive program. So technically, the program didn't exactly work out the way that I wanted to. It was a rough go, but at the end of the day, I still was given a program that I can just perform and have fun and entertain, and people take time out of their day to come watch the event and watch me skate, so it's the least that I could do through a rough performance to at least make it a show. So it worked out for me.
And I'll bet with a choreographer like Shae-Lynn, it would be pretty tough to sort of keep up with her in terms of her sexiness and her fun that she can have on the ice.
Shae-Lynn is the sexiest woman alive. She's the woman that I want to be. So we went in, and she automatically just went into full-on ice dancer samba mode, and I had to stop her a couple of times and just remind her that I'm a white girl and I've been a single skater my entire life, so I can't move like that. But she did her best to kind of take her time with me, and I want to get her out onto the ice to see her do that program because it would be the sexiest thing ever. But it was a blast, and she is turning me into my ideal woman.
Awesome. You showed great sort of forethought and staying cool in the moment when the flip didn't feel good enough to throw on a triple toe, and then with lots of grittiness, you tacked it on the end of a triple loop. Do you do that often in practice?
No, I don't do that often in practice. In practice,
Okay.
I hit the triple flip, triple toe, but I think that even though the flip didn't go my way, that loop toe combo shows that I'm the type of athlete that will not give up, that will push through to the end. And was that program a hot mess? Absolutely. But you know what? At the end of the day, I tried a triple loop, triple toe at the end of one of the hardest short programs I've ever had. So I think it shows that I have grit. But I think it also shows that under pressure I have some things that I still need to figure out.
Mm-hmm. And did you think about just doing a double toe, or was you were absolutely determined you're going to get a triple in here before this music finishes?
God, if I would have done a double toe, I would have been on the podium.
Well, we were thinking the same thing.
But at that moment in time, for me, it was more about proving to myself that I could get a triple toe onto the end of that. The Grand Prix Final is just an opportunity to skate under pressure, and I could make it into whatever I wanted to be. And I didn't even think about the double toe. I was going for the triple toe as soon as that flip happened.
Mm-hmm. And you absolutely killed it in the long program. An amazing personal best score. I guess you're feeling pretty good about keeping Moulin Rouge this second season.
I had some people who doubted it a little bit, but in my heart I knew that this program still has a lot of room to grow, and it's something that still speaks to me and is very relevant to what I'm going through in my life right now. So I felt that I wasn't ready to be done with it. It made sense for what my goals are technically this season, and a new costume, a little bit of a fresher sense of choreography, and I think that it is a new program. So it worked out fantastically here. I was so thrilled that I was able to just let myself skate, perform, and have a real authentic moment throughout that program, and I'm happy with it.
You said it's a bit relevant to your life right now. Can you elaborate on that?
I think that
Are you feeling a bit of Satine, or what's going on?
No, I'm not Satine. I don't need anyone to rescue me. But I think I've been on the senior circuit for about 10 years now, and it's very easy at this point in anybody's career to think, what am I doing? Why am I here? How much longer am I going to be here for? What am I doing here? And in the middle of the program, it's a very raw, real moment, and these are all things that I've thought from my skating career, but at the end of the day, you know, the highs and the lows, the show must go on. I must keep pushing through, and I have set my mind to what I'm going to do. This is the path that I've chosen, and there's no looking back. There's only straight ahead.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time that you had an American woman teammate with you here at the Grand Prix Final. Was it helpful to have a bit of a familiar face, on the practice ice? Is that completely oblivious to you and you go about your business?
I think that Gracie and I are very respectful rivals. I think that it's definitely a great thing for U.S. figure skating to have two American ladies at the final. I think that says a lot about our presence on the international stage. Beyond that, I was very focused on myself and the task at hand and what I had to do, and so I didn't really notice her all that much, but I think that going into nationals, she is my main competition, and she's definitely not one to be forgotten, so I have a lot up against.
Right. And so heading into nationals, because you brought it up, what happens over the next few weeks? What are your sort of priorities in preparation for the national championships?
I get a little break, which I'm so excited about, but then I go straight into training, and I'm headed to Colorado Springs to train through nationals, so the altitude training, and just knowing that at the end of the day when I get to nationals, and it's been a couple of days since I've done a full long program run through, that I have the endurance of the altitude training to kind of push me through. So mentally it'll be a big boost, and I'm excited to get started.
Mm-hmm. You've been known, Ashley, as a real outspoken skater, and in the run-up towards the Sochi Olympic Games, you were really clear in saying that you opposed the anti-gay laws in Russia, and you frankly won a lot of support amongst members of the queer community, which is awesome to bring that voice. Earlier this season, your friend and training mate Adam Rippon came out, and he's one of very few skaters competing who is out. Can you tell us a little bit about any role that you had in his process of coming out, or that relationship and your support of his step?
Sure. Adam and I have had a very special relationship throughout the years. He's been that one friend that no matter what, it could be years since we've talked, time is irrelevant, we're always there for each other. In 2014, when I spoke out against the anti-gay laws in Russia, it didn't seem like a big deal at the time. It just seemed like something that needed to be said. I am definitely strong-willed, hard-headed, and I say what's on my mind, and that was really all that I was doing. But beyond that, Adam and I talked a lot about his options when he was thinking about coming out, because it's a very scary thing, it's a very personal thing, and no straight person has to say I'm straight to the world, and it's not fair that that's how it is. But I kind of told him that I saw it as an opportunity to help out a lot of younger athletes, younger men that were in his shoes, that were a little uncertain of what to do, or the fathers who are afraid of their sons growing up in skating. I mean, Adam is your everyday average boy next door with purple hair, but beyond that, it's not about his sexuality. It was about him just saying, hey, this happens to be part of who I am, but there's so much more beyond that, and I'm so proud of him for the way that he came out, because it wasn't this huge big deal. It was just him saying, hey, you know what, I'm here, I'm gay, but also I'm an awesome athlete, I'm an even better person, and that is what defines me. So I was very proud of him. I think that he did it in a way that I respect so much, and it's something that's very brave, and he definitely stepped up to the plate, and he was a man that I'm very proud of.
Has it changed your observation, or have you observed any change in him in terms of his training, his comfort level, who he is as a person since the coming out?
Adam has been nothing but comfortable in himself just growing up. I think that he's a very confident person, so it didn't change too much, but I definitely stopped getting a lot of tweets asking if we were dating or not, so that changed. But no, I think that it will open up a lot of doors for him, because I think that it just shows the type of character and the type of person that he is. But beyond that, it's been business as usual ever since.
Figure skating is a funny sport where there's a strong gay following of the sport, but it's not always accepted to be gay within the sport. Do you think that figure skating is a safe place for LGBT?
I think I'm conflicted with that answer, because sometimes I feel like this is one of the safest places to be gay and be growing up and coming up in this sport, but at the same time I think that it's not necessarily that it's not a safe place to be gay, but that people do not want to be defined as the gay athlete, and they don't want that to be their story. And that is something that, I mean, I can't personally relate to because I'm not, but at the same time, you know, I would not want to be defined by my sexuality out on the ice. I want people to look at me and see me as an athlete, a performer, and the many other things that I am beyond my sexuality. So I think that that is really where people kind of hold back on coming out as gay, and that is something that I can really understand. I don't think that there's any type of anti-gay feelings within the skating community. Definitely not. I mean, I have many wonderful, fantastic gay friends who are skaters, but I think that it's just that people are a little bit hesitant to come out and then just be the gay figure skater, be the stereotype, if you will.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today, Ashley. A little fist bump. Congratulations again on your Grand Prix final finish, and good luck this year. Thanks.